Rugby Routes is brought to you by Compede Melbourne Nomad Sevens. Visit the top link in the description for more information. Welcome back to Rugby Routes, a show in where we discover where our favourite players found the love for the game. This episode, I am delighted to be joined by Leicester scrum half Ben White. Hello, Ben.
How are you, mate? You all right?
Yeah, not too bad. How have things been for you? I know you recently restarted training. How excited are you to be getting back into things?
Yeah, no, it's been really good actually. Obviously, it's been different having this longer time off. So it's been really good to get back in with the lads and get back training. It's been a tough first couple of days, but no, it's definitely good to be back and nice to be involved with everyone again.
So I want to jump right into things. Where did rugby start for you?
I started playing rugby quite young actually. It was sort of when I was 4 or 5. I played loads of sports, but I just sort of enjoy rugby quite a lot from a young age. And my dad took me down to my local rugby club, which at the time was Stoke Rugby Club in Stoke-on-Trent. And yeah, I went and played there and played for Stoke from the age of sort of 4 or 5 all the way through to under 15s, 16s, and then I moved to Leicester. So no, it was a good time and I enjoyed it a lot.
You mentioned it a bit there, but obviously you're a Staffordshire boy, so not far from Leicester at all. Did you ever visit Welford Road or go to watch any games? And if so, did you ever imagine yourself to be playing on that pitch in 10 years' time?
No, I probably didn't, to be honest. No, I did used to go and watch Leicester sometimes, but I mean, Stoke's very much a football-dominated place, to be honest. There's a lot of football teams around there, so everyone, loves football. So I played football when I was younger. I played loads of sports, but yeah, I used to come to Leicester a bit. It's not too far away; it's only a couple of hours, so it was good to go and to watch them. And once you sort of get a taste for it and stuff, it's nice to go and see it. And you dream, but you never really think it'll happen, and then somehow it did.
Who were your rugby inspirations growing up? So obviously now you're a scrum half, and that's quite a position-specific sort of area of rugby. But were there any? I mean, it could be at 9, but was there anyone who really stood out to you as an inspiration for taking the game forward?
Like I said, watching Leicester when I was younger, they were so successful at the time, and I mean, like the likes of Harry Ellis, who were playing all the time, were immense. I mean, he was amazing. Watching him play, the way he moved, how quick he was, the way he read the game, was something else. And obviously, and then flowing through onto that was watching Ben play, and the way that those two played were really interesting. They were great to watch, and that was something that I sort of wanted to be part of and to try and be as good as, really. But outside of that, I don't know. I mean, there was a lot. I watched a lot of rugby when I was younger, so sort of anybody who was like, just picking bits of their game that you liked and things that you like to see, and trying to put it in yours, really.
So after you broke into that Leicester outfit, you made your way up into the development squad, and you obviously you're quite fortunate to be under the tutelage of the person you mentioned there, Ben Youngs. How nice is it to have a player of such quality to learn off from such a young age?
Yeah, I mean, it was very helpful. Leicester's, I think, has been very lucky to have some good scrum halves over the years, and I've been able to learn off that, which has been fantastic for me. Having the likes of so when I was there in the academy, and then sort of when I was sort of 17, 18, getting to train with the first team and training with like Ben and Sam Harrison and John O'Kitter at the time, who are all really good nines and all quite different in the way that they played the game, and it was good to watch them all and to learn off them, and it was definitely a good time, and yeah, I was very, very fortunate to have the likes of those lads who were so helpful early on in my career, willing to have chats, willing to train with me, give me tips on things, and just to pick their brains, and that's probably helped me to be able to play for the club.
You made your debut for Leicester and became the youngest player to play for Leicester in the Premiership. And that record was previously held by Ben Youngs. Was there any other conversation between you and Ben about maybe taking a bit of a crown as such?
No, not really. I mean, I was very fortunate to be in that position at the time and at my age, and I guess you're never ready for your first game, but it was one that I thoroughly enjoyed, and I'll remember forever. But yeah, I think I owe Sam Harrison a beer actually, because he got a yellow card, which meant I got on. So Rich Cockrell and the coaches at the time were really good with me, and I'd been training with the first team that whole sort of pre-season, so just with the forwards really. So it was good to get involved and to get the 5 minutes or whatever I got at Welford Road, which was amazing, and I'll never forget that day. To be honest, it was awesome.
You kind of touched upon it there, but a lot of people talk about the atmosphere which can come out of Welford Road. On a debut at Welford Road, that must feel pretty special to be out there in front of such an enormous crowd.
Yeah, it was. It's quite daunting actually, being 17, and it was a big day, and it was a big crowd. We were playing Harlequins at home in front of a full Welford Road actually, and when I came on, as I said, Sam Harrison had just got yellow carded, and we had a scrum on our own 5 metre line, and we were winning 24-22. So it was quite a tight game, and to come on in that sort of instance so close to our line with quite a lot of pressure on was unnerving. But the players around me, I think Owen Williams was at 10, and he was really good. He just sort of bossed it and told me what to do, and I just did it. So it was good to have somebody as experienced as him to help me in that moment. And like I said, the fans have been really good with me from when I was quite young. So it's definitely been a real good experience for me throughout my career.
We've touched upon it, but I want to focus more on last season. You were in the development squad at Leicester, but sometimes you were pushing for those starting spots in the first team. I mean, 25 appearances, that's more than some of the senior players. It's a rare opportunity for a player who was as young as you to get so much exposure so quickly. How good do you think that? Well, how much good do you think that that did to your game to be thrown in the deep end?
Yeah, I think playing is definitely the best way to learn. You can do as much train as you want and as try and create those situations, but when there's a crowd and pressure and at that sort of level, it's definitely different. And I was very lucky, really, to get the chances, and I'd like to think that I took them quite well. But it helps having a good scrum half as Ben to be away with England, and then that naturally creates chances because he's playing for England, and rightly so, and that also creates an opportunity for me and some of the other younger scrum halves at Leicester to be able to get game time, and you just have to try and take those chances when they come, and show that even though you're young, you have a right to sort of give it your best shot and give a go and show that you're a leader on the pitch and that you're almost ready. But it's I've enjoyed it, definitely.
I mean, playing at Welford Road week in, week out is one challenge, but an even bigger challenge is putting on an England shirt at Twickenham. Barbarians versus England, you were named on the bench and went on and played 22 minutes at Twickenham. Would you mind describing what was going through your head on that day and the days leading up to that game?
Yeah, it was a really good time. We'd sort of gone through that season, as you said, and I'd played quite a lot for Leicester, but I wasn't really expecting anything like that at all, to be honest. And I was actually I was back home at my parents' house, and I got a call off Geordie saying that I'd been called into the squad and stuff. And the first day of the camp was actually my birthday. So the Sunday that we went into camp was my 21st birthday. So I spent my 21st birthday at the in camp with England, which was a interesting experience, quite different from most 21st birthdays, but it was it was good. And then building up into it in the week, we had quite a good group of lads actually, and it was quite a young group, which was nice. And some of the players that were in that Barbarians match I'd played with either at Will Spencer at Leicester, and also in the 20s and through the age groups. So I knew a decent amount of the lads as well, which was really nice. And it was a good experience, and to get the chance to run around at Twickenham in an England shirt is pretty cool. And I definitely enjoyed it. It was a great experience, and it was something that to like I said before, to cherish and remember, and hopefully that'll spur me on to keep working hard and keep putting your name forward to having a chance in the future.
And finally, any advice that you've got for young rugby players at the moment who are looking, as you said there, to push on and to keep trying and knocking at people's doors?
I think mainly, you're going to have a lot of setbacks throughout your career, whether some people don't. A coach doesn't like your style, or a coach doesn't like how you play, or you just don't get seen in that game where they're watching you. And I think that sometimes as a young player, you only have a small window of chance when you come through the academy or whatever to get picked. But there's a lot of players, like you said, who have different pathways into Premiership rugby. But I think the main thing is just to keep working hard in your position, whether you're training by yourself in sort of lockdown as such, and whether you're watching games and things, but just really make sure that you're working hard, working on your skills and the detail within your skills. So if you're a scrum half, your box kicking, your passing, sort of your reading of the game, and things like that, and watch rugby and try and be a learner all the time, and try to pick up little things from other people's games and try and put it into yours. I think, if you work hard, work on your core basics, and watch rugby and enjoy sort of picking things from other people, you'll definitely help progress through the game.
Well, Ben, it's been a pleasure to catch up with you and hear about your rugby roots and how you got to the place you are today. Thank you so much for coming on.
It's all right, mate. Anytime. Thank you very much.
Thanks again to Compete Melbourne Nomad Sevens for sponsoring this video. Make sure you check out those socials which are on screen right now. And thank you to you for watching. Make sure you check out @YoungRugby on Instagram for everything Young Rugby, and we'll hope to catch you soon. Bye-bye.